These are the new kind of gloves where you put your hand in and the whole palm rips off. So here we go. Bolts that I'm assuming hold in the dash or 10 mil. There were 2 screws in these holes. That other one just broke, and it just broke too. Yep. Oh no, it still has its tabs, but one of them broke off. This top side is free. Just held on by the bottom now, so we'll unbolt that. I'm assuming it's these two that need to come out. And there's also 1, 2 screws right there. I believe I'm gonna have to take out these 2 guys right there. And then there's 2 more bolts on the other side. And this plate comes off, those 2 screws, and it looks like there's 2 little 10 mils right there. Here's a 10 millimeter, so should almost have it out. So 2 bolts right there, this bolt right there, and I'm pretty sure we have to take out all these screws right here. This lower part looks like it comes out separately, so I'll get those 2 and then the other 2 on that side, and we should have it out. Tilted this forward, and nasty razor blade popped out, along with a heads-up pinning. Let's see what year it's from. 1978. It makes sense. This is a 1980. So we're gonna tape this up and throw it away, so no one gets stabbed by it or cut. Got that centerpiece out. It's heavy. That's the stereo and everything. Looks like I'm gonna have to take off the steering wheel. So, yep, 22 for the steering wheel. Let's see if we can't get this off. Okay, I have to go to AutoZone to get a steering wheel puller. It fits right over that. It's got a center dill that slips into that hole, and you just have to crank on it until it pops the steering wheel off, because this one's been on there forever. Take this guy, this point, well, I guess it doesn't have a point on it, some do. You just set it against the inside of this, right against that nipple, and then you thread in, you can see where they line up, you thread in 2 bolts that go into these holes right here. It also says disconnect the battery and remove this nut, obviously, from the steering wheel, but they want you to disconnect the battery and the horn, just so, like, if your airbag's in the steering wheel, so that doesn't go off whenever you try to pull it. So that was easy. Took longer to set it up than it did to pull. So these things are splined. You're supposed to mark the center of the steering wheel before you pull it, but I didn't, so might have some issues getting it back on, but oh well. I have to disconnect, I don't know if you can see it right there. That's a speedometer cable, so I think it just twists off, so I'm gonna try that now. So you have to reach your hand up under the dash, that just clips out like that, and now this dash should be free. These cables are attached. Probably would have been handy to unplug all this, but you know, just kind of learning as I go, but the dash is out. Initially I was thinking about keeping the dash, but since that thing weighs like 40 or 50 pounds, it seems like I might just leave it out and then make my own dash. This would have been terrible to change a heater core out on. This is where the heater core is. Yeah, so you'd have to take this whole dash apart, which these cars are known to be flimsy in that aspect. So yeah, that would have been a terrible job to do. Let me just use my pocket knife. Now that's a knife. That big guy's out. This thing probably weighs 20 pounds. The heater core. That's most of the car right there. It's a square. on them because almost every single dash cracks on the 280ZX at least. I'm pretty sure the 240, the 260Z, they were all the same as well. There's all those gauges that were in the center. Pretty sweet. I might hang on to these just for show. That's where the VIN number is, so I'm gonna try to keep that part welded back onto the car just coming along. I got all this ripped out. This is all disconnected. So I need to go through the wiring harness and figure out if I am going to keep anything and separate that and then pull the rest of it through the firewall. And then I'll be able to clean up a bunch of this wire, or this part of the wiring harness as well. So just coming along slowly but surely. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna cut all this crap out and just rewire this whole car. The wiring harness is totally removed from the entire car. I did just put the skeleton of the dash back in. It's metal. I'm probably gonna weld on some panels and make it more complete. I did pull everything, so all the wires are gone. It's ready to be rewired after I get the new motor in. And the engine bay is pretty clean. I'm gonna have to come back and weld up some of these holes, and I think I'm actually gonna go and weld up all of these holes. So it'll just make a cleaner engine bay after I get it all done. So that's where we're at. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time.